The archaeologist, while exploring in the wild, discovered a completely still person in the cave. No matter how he called out to him, he received no response. Curious, the professor walked up to check, but he noticed a fluctuation in the air, as if an invisible wall was blocking him. Without hesitation, the professor walked inside. But strangely, as he entered, the man began to move, and the light outside started to flicker. From deep inside the cave, there were also human screams. This terrifying scene made the professor turn and run. But even more bizarre, in just a few minutes, the outside world went from day to night. Even his car had become dilapidated, surrounded by spiderwebs and tree branches. All of this eerie phenomenon made the man panic, and he quickly ran down the mountain. But unexpectedly, on the way, he discovered the student's backpack. The professor hurriedly shouted, but received no response. He guessed that the student had gone into the cave to search for him, so he returned to the cave. Little did he know, by the time he first entered the cave, several days had already passed outside, and his disappearance had led the students to believe he was in danger. They had brought their friends to search for him. They found the professor's family photo on an abandoned car. Seeing a clue, the group began to search everywhere. At this point, Nick discovered old rope at the back of the car. They followed the rope to the cave entrance. The group decided to enter the cave to find the professor, while the fearful Nick stayed behind to keep watch. But this decision turned out to be a fatal mistake. Nick kept watch at the cave entrance for 7 days, but the 4 who went down had not returned. He was now out of food, and he reluctantly accepted the fact that the others might be in danger. He decided to climb down the cave following the rope, looking for the car keys to leave. But the light at the cave entrance began to flicker rapidly. In the next second, the rope snapped instantly. He fell to the bottom of the cave and lost consciousness. Fortunately, the shouting from his companions on the radio woke him up. He hurriedly called out for help, but unexpectedly, a large pair of feet appeared in front of him. By the time his companions arrived, only his body remained. Seeing everything in front of them, the group suspected someone had killed Nick. They hurriedly checked his recorder, but what they found was a terrifying truth. The woman discovered that when Nick entered the cave, the direction of the sun's flickering kept changing, and thousands of years had passed outside. This immediately plunged the group into despair. Just then, a blue glowing iron rod suddenly pierced into the ground from the cave entrance. Then, a ladder extended out. Before anyone could react, a 3-meter tall humanoid creature appeared at the entrance of the cave.